Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyler. If you are new, welcome. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that the gameplay footage I'm going to overlay this with is not directly related to my experience from earlier, but I didn't want to just have it be me talking in a room because it felt like it was more relevant to have a little bit of just random gameplay footage from earlier, but this is not directly related to the issue that I ran into earlier. So the past few days I've been fiddling with the Dax mission, the freak shop mission, because I've been trying to get that 10 marker thing done so that I could get the Bricade, the acid lab upgrade, and all that jazz. Now my mistake is the fact that I kept trying to load into a invite only lobby at the hands-on car wash that I did buy the other day after it being heavily recommended, but I stupidly only played the final dose mission a few days ago, and I really wasn't at a decent enough level without the decent equipment to do it with, and I kept dying and dying and dying, and after I spent like an hour and a half on it, I quit for the night. And then I read somewhere on the Google that said to just be anywhere else and just call Dax on the cell phone. So that's what I started doing. And then I kept randomly doing missions until I hit that 10 mission mark, and you get that achievement thingy, and you can set that in the menu, stats, awards, and you go down to the Los Santos drug something or another slot. That's what it is. And as soon as you get 10 of those missions done, you can do the acid lab upgrade thing. My mistake is the fact that I kept trying to call in for that last one where you go into the humane labs, do all that stuff, crash that train, steal the chemicals in that 6x6. My mess up earlier, because I didn't Google this beforehand, and if it saves at least one person, I consider it a win. I stupidly got mad and kept calling at the car wash, and I was getting every mission but that one. And I've attempted to do the one where you had to fly that damn plane and like fertilize the bad stuff onto the wheat plot thing. I don't like the mission. I don't like that mission, and I don't like the damn one where you had to go in and where you wind up getting high off of that stuff, and it's basically a weird representation of going on a bad trip, I assume. Don't like that. Not a fan of it. I don't understand why that's in there. But anyway, I stupidly bought off of Warstock the Bricade, thinking I could just take it to the freak show and have it become the acid lab there. That is incorrect. What you have to do is you actually have to go to the freak show, the D marker next to the freak show. You actually have to go to that marker to get that last mission where you go to get the stuff out of the humane labs and do the train wreck and get the stuff and the 6x6. That is where that part comes into play. You have to do that. I stupidly thought, hey, I'll just buy it off Warstock and take it over there. Game doesn't let you do that. And also the fact that even though I will wind up getting money back, because I've about once, at least once a day, I do the click and bill raid, and that currently is at 500,000 for roughly an hour's worth of work, which isn't the KO highest result, but until I get there, this is what I'm doing. But now I have an extra Bricade that I'm not going to use. I highly doubt that I'm going to use it. And I'm hoping that this saves at least one person from making the same damn mistake that I made. But you cannot, or at least so far that I've spent the past 2 damn days fiddling with this because I thought that you didn't have to use the D at the frick shop or the marker that's next there. I was under the impression that you could just keep calling the phone number and waiting for a mission request then to pop up, and it'll give you, and I'm not sure if it was going to change now that I've done it, because I did a minute ago just finish up that mission, and I just have finished off the getting the acid parts for the 6x6. But I'm not happy with myself, because a simple Google search with every damn thing else I've been Googling, it would have saved me that $550,000 off that Bricade, which once again I will earn that back once I finish my click and bill thing for the day, or probably a little more at this point. But that shit's frustrating, and I really wish I would have went and tried that marker next to the freak show last night when I was thinking about it, but I was off fiddling with the cluck and bell raid for my cluck and bell raid for last night, the weed shop thing, the nightclub, and the car wash. That's what I rotate out with currently, because that's what makes the decent money now, and I'm eventually going to have more businesses and stuff. But my current goal, I did the first few little nitpicky things that I was fiddling with. I need to buy that damn sub so that I can access the KO heist, because I'm aware that that one, after the cooldown and all that mess, you can get, I think it's over $1 million for over an hour's worth of work once you get used to it and stuff. I assume my first attempt will be long and hard, but in any case, this is what I want to pass on when you do those missions, because I'm aware that every day new people get on the GTA Online, don't know what the hell they're doing. I haven't touched this game prior to last week in many moons, so I understand that. But when you get to that point where you're doing the Fooligan jobs with Dax after the first one, and you're doing the first 6, do not buy the Bricade off of warstock thinking that you can sneak it in. The game will not let you. You have to do off the rails that last Doge mission to get that Bricade specifically for that reason, and then to pay the $750 to do the upgrade for the business, and then the acid lab upgrade itself is another $250, I think. Everything is so expensive. I'm happy that the businesses that we are given now can do all this other extra stuff, but everything is just so damn expensive. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna call it there for now. Got more stuff coming out over the next week. We're gonna keep trying different avenues of things, and gaming isn't going anywhere. I'm still gonna be fiddling with the new stuff that I find interesting just because I want to, and I'm just trying to expand audience stuff and get other stuff figured out. If you don't mind dropping a like, comment, share, and subscribe, it helps out the massive void that is the YouTube algorithm. Plus, it's free. Hit all the bells and whistles so you don't miss any future uploads. And yeah, appreciate the views, appreciate the subs. Y'all be kind. Stay tuned.